Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Who are you, Blues fan? We're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Aloha and mahalo, and welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report. Excuse me. Post-game show. Wow. That's all I know how to say is wow. Wow, 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 wow. Look, I did not see this one coming. Did not see this coming. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Nobody saw this big of an ass whipping coming, right? 7 goals in the second period. They are now like plus 46 in the second. That's unheard of to be that far ahead in one period. It's crazy to be that far. They were plus, let's see, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So they were plus 42. They're now plus 48. Plus 48 in the second period. Absolutely incredible. I did not see this coming. And I'm being honest, I didn't see it coming, right? Unfortunately, the Sharks fell to the Wild in overtime. If they'd have beat them in overtime, would have been great. So we stay that point up with Minnesota still having that game in hand, but we keep playing. That's 9 in a row. We're 2 away from our franchise record, which we set in 2019. Maddie, you're going to become a Blues fan after this game. How do you?
I have to tell you, I've been watching more Blues games than Bruins games. But anyways, you can't stop this friggin' team right now.
Yeah.
You just think they're going to play an average game, and tonight they just beat the shit out of Nashville. We talked in the first period. We were just talking like it was just a normal it was a normal game, basically just chit-chat type of thing. And then all of a sudden exploded in the second period. So I guess I shouldn't talk in the second intermission guy, because that's when they turned it up. So in the third period, and they were just taking it. It's not even like they were taking it slow. They won 8-3. So shit. I mean, that was a great game. And
Binnington,
against a good team too.
Yeah, we said that, Binnington, this was an important game for Binnington. I think he played well, right?
He did play well, yes.
The goal, the late goal, the goal in the third, I really don't count against him. I mean, it was a tough goal. He didn't give up bad goals, right?
Yeah, he was screened in that one.
Yeah, and you can say, oh, well, he gave up 3 goals. It was 8-2. No one's playing great defense, right? Yeah, well, we're when it comes to regulation wins, if we're tied, we've got them by a ton, right? I think we're plus 8 on them. Excuse me. Plus 8 or 9. So, Panger said he thought Nashville would win. Hey, guy, thoughts on that tweet I sent you? Did the Predators give up? No, I don't think they gave up. There was a tweet from a former Tennessee Volunteer basketball player that said, let me see if I can bring it up real quick and read it real quick. It said, i.e. Preds, come on, regardless if you lose every game, don't put this kind of performance on the ice. Let the fans know you decide, let the fans know you've decided to quit. Thanks in advance. Show pride in the third period. I don't think they quit. I don't think the Preds played that bad of a game, right? To be honest, I think the Blues just played that much better of a game, right? I just think the Blues played that much better of a game. I really do, right? It's not – I didn't see – I mean, you can't sit there and go, oh, my goodness, the Preds gave up or the Preds did this or the Preds defense. The Preds just got outplayed because you look at the first 15 minutes – and the Predators outplayed the Blues for 15 minutes of this game. right? Absolutely outplayed them. And I thought, oh my goodness, we're gonna lose this in at this point, I don't know, Jose. I mean, it's a good point. So yesterday, I thought coaching. It's a little bit of both, man. It's a little bit of both. There's some coaching. We have some coaching issues when it comes to giving up lead. But tonight we didn't. We took the lead. We scored 7 straight goals, right? Because they got one and then we got number 8. Yeah, they didn't play a bad third, right? The Preds didn't give up. They didn't play a bad game. They just got outworked tonight. Right? In one period, they just got absolutely outworked and they got outplayed, and they got a team that was on fire, just letting pucks go, getting in good positions, making great passes, solid in the neutral zone. I mean, extremely solid in the neutral zone. And I was completely wrong with this team. Never saw this run coming. Ride the wave. Yeah, I'm with you. And I'll tell you right now, I think Binnington starts against Boston. I really do. I think you start Binnington against Boston, right? Look at the 2 games. Who had the better game in this weekend? Who had the better game? And I honestly, they're asking if you trimmed your beard. You said you didn't.
No, I didn't. I just got this part here.
Yeah, he shaved down it a little bit, so maybe it looks like that.
I needed to look pretty for all you lovely Blues fans out there.
Yeah, Matt, I'm watching this team, and I think they could beat Colorado. I really do.
The way they've been playing these past couple games, holy moly! You took down Buffalo in Buffalo. You beat the crap out of Nashville in Nashville. Suppose it's Smashville, but where do their fans go? They kind of disappeared after some play. After Subban left, after Simmons left. Well, Simmons only played I think 14 games, but in Pecorine retiring. So I mean, it's open season, and I'm looking at this now. And Tarasenko, 3 points tonight. Barbashev, 2. There, who are we talking about? Jordan, how do you pronounce his name? Kyrou. 2 points. 2 points and 2 goals.
Yeah.
So all you guys that were, he should be the third line guy, but he showed up tonight.
Yeah, he figured something out tonight. So here it is. 7 goals. This is the goals tonight. 7 goals scored, most in franchise history in any period. First team in NHL this season to score 7 goals in a period. First team since the New York Rangers on March 17th, 2021 to score 7 goals in a period. 7 of 8 chances in the second period were goals. 20 points combined in the second period, franchise record in a single period. Wow.
Well, I'd say that's a record-setting day for sure.
Yeah. Right? Well, Tarasenko sets a record. This is his most points ever. Right? He's at 76 now. He's going to hit 80. Right? He's going to hit 80. He's got a good chance of hitting 35, 30, 37, 38 goals. I don't think he'll hit 40, but he's going to get 35. Bob's letting me know not to get crazy yet. But no, I think it's the regular season. We all know everything gets ratcheted up in the postseason, and it does. And imagine if this offense gets ratcheted up in the postseason. Right? Imagine if this offense gets ratcheted up in the postseason. This is 12 straight games that we've scored 4+ goals. 12 straight. Right? Mm-hmm. The record's 15.
Yeah.
And if you look at the schedule, I think they could do it. I really do. Right?
Well, I thought they beat their record. Like the Blues record was 11, so we're or 10.
I'm talking the NHL record.
Oh, okay.
The NHL record is 15 by the Penguins.
And Guy, I think I'm looking at your schedule now.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the Bruins just because of the Bruins.
Yeah, they're the only.
Your tough teams are the Boston Bruins and the Avalanche. The other ones, maybe Vegas will have an okay game with you, but it should be a fairly decent one. The Bruins kind of got a tough one with the Penguins again, the Rangers again, and Toronto. So and the Canadians always play us tough, and they don't care. They're out. So we'll see.
No,
but tough schedule for the Bruins, and semi fairly easy road. But teams can change it in a couple of days, but yours hasn't changed.
Yeah, no. So
slow
for
down.
Me,
stop winning.
Yeah, slow down. No, I don't think they are. And I think what you're seeing here is now I don't like the pattern, and the pattern is that first 10 minutes they don't come out and get to their game. They lay back a little bit. They let the game. They kind of see what that team's going to do, and then they wake up. Well, you get really good teams, and that can hurt you. They didn't do it against Minnesota. Okay, great. That was great. But here they come in against this Nashville, a still pretty good team, and do the same thing. Nashville.
Nashville.
Oh, Ian. No, you.
Well, they got to win. They got to win today in overtime. They won 5-4. So.
Yep. For me, I think that this team has found an identity that they can work with, right? And that identity is, look, we know how to play defense, and we're going to figure out with our defense what you're going to do with our defense early, and then we're going to play offense, right? And we're going to capitalize on your mistakes. They were perfect on special teams today. Perfect. 1 for 1 on the power play and 2 for 2 on the penalty kill.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that. They are, let's see, 19, 20, 20. They are 20 for 21 over their last, over this winning streak, this point streak, right? That's ridiculous numbers. This team, now I'm worried about the letdown. I really am. However, could they reach 11 straight wins? I don't know. Boston's going to be a tough one, and that's going to be an emotional game because they're giving away the rings, right?
And we don't do well on the emotional games except for Chris Pronger night.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since we've done well on an emotional game.
No, Chris Pronger night we won.
Away. Say again?
Chris Pronger's retirement game we won.
Yeah, Pronger we won, but prior to, I remember, who was it? One of the cancer nights when the one little girl passed, Ariana, right? Mm-hmm. We got tore up. When we've had some bad nights like that, cancer nights and things like that. We've had bad nights, but I think with Boston, as long as they don't, Boston's going to come in and want to take us down a peg, right? I see that. If you take Boston and you weather that first 10-minute storm, and you're not down 2-0 or 3-0, you've got a chance. And great point. Right, and that's neutral zone.
It absolutely has improved.
That's neutral zone, and I've talked about that. And actually, I haven't. I mean, they played great in the neutral zone tonight, right? Their movement through the neutral zone is what led to a lot of these goals, right? I think the only goal that wasn't through the neutral zone was the power play goal. Mm-hmm. Right? Everything else had something to do with going through the neutral zone, getting in there. And actually, the power play goal was because of a good, solid cycle that happened before it. Right? Mm-hmm. And this team, they've torn up they've ran some really, really good goalies. Right?
Yes,
Saros is a goalie that's been talked about for getting the Venza. We ran the Rangers goalie, who everybody thinks is going to win the Venza, right? We ran Talbot. We've ran some really good goalies. We ran Cherskin, right? Mm-hmm. From the Islanders, if I remember right.
Yes, we did.
And we might have trouble against you guys too. Big injury with Linus Ullmark. He's out.
Oh, that is a big blow to you guys.
We got Swayman and probably somebody from Providence. So, wow, it's not good. Not going.
Yeah, we played well against Swayman.
For that to happen.
So,
Ashley, are you eating an Easter bunny?
I'm eating jelly beans.
You told me you don't like jelly beans.
I like them when they're all reds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she got the special brand.
Yeah, I love jelly beans. We talked about jelly beans. I love them. I've already had my fill. Where are we at here? Yes, the Blues literally used the first period to learn the team, and then they come out and exploit them in the second period. You can do that with a lot of teams. The teams at the top of this, you can't do that to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You definitely cannot do this to at all.
Well, Guy, it looks like I'm going to be writing a parody song.
Oh.
Colorado will have first in the division. There's no way anyone can catch them. Guy and I had a bet. I said the Blues would get first.
Yeah.
Did the Blues clinch tonight, or did they?
They clinched last night.
Last night, okay. Because I saw the X today, so I was wondering if they did it.
Yeah, no, it was last night.
Yeah, it was from yesterday.
Okay.
Against Minnesota, so that was wonderful.
We clinched.
Yeah.
We're there.
I need to check because Washington could clinch today if the Islanders lost. So if Toronto won.
Toronto won today.
So then the East is set.
No,
Toronto didn't win. It's only the second period. It's 2-2.
Because I don't know, guys, nerd ropes are kind of the crap. I guess he likes nerd ropes. Our offense has been good because we have been making good cross-ice passes. What will happen when a team packs the house and those passes won't be there? Again, not trying to be... No, it's a good question. It's a good, solid question. And, right? Sorry, man, my head. A group that kicked me out, and it's called Blues Quest for the Cup, and it was a jackass group. Puts a post to me, and somebody who's in it shows me. It says maybe I should let this guy in back in just so I can remove him again with a picture of me. So that stuff. That's stuff that pisses me off. Making fun of somebody and giving them no chance to respond. That stuff really, really pisses me the F off. It really does. And I apologize for being off for a second. Let me remove this so I don't think about it. Blues clinched last night. Let's see where we're at here in the comments. Said that a month ago, Ashley. The difference in the standings is the point the Blues handed the Wild. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that yesterday. I talked about that yesterday. That letting them go was a huge mistake. I'm going to send you all some of those. Guess what it is, jelly? No, I'm not getting. I'm not eating
good
those.
on that.
I've had those before. The ants got to them before I decided to eat them. Yeah, the Harry Potter ones. We do that too, Marshawn, all the time. I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know,
clenched my credit card.
You gotta say it once every episode.
I clenched my credit card being charged for the playoff tickets. You know what? People are who people are, Jason. People are who people are, I have an abrasive personality that some people just don't like. Some people get it, some don't.
Yeah.
I like to argue and I like to debate. And
people take things personally.
Yeah, and some people call it arguing and all of that stuff, but I like to debate, What makes it fun? Let's make life fun. You gotta look at things from differently. I mean, you look at this game and most people go 8-2. Oh my God, the Blues played an incredible game. And I'll go, no, they didn't. They played an incredible 2 periods. Right? The first 15 minutes of this game were disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Oh.
He was saying that we do that to Marchand.
Yeah. I get it now.
That's okay. I'm not his friggin' brother.
You can sit there and go, it's great. Blues scored 8 goals. I look at that first period and I go, that concerns me. It really, really, really concerns me.
But it has happened all season long.
And it has happened all season long, right? And it's happened where good teams have gotten ahead of us and we couldn't get back.
Mm-hmm.
Remember in March, that happened a lot in March, right? Too much resting on trying to get back, not getting to your game quick enough. Now tonight, you can sit there and say, well, they didn't get to their game, but they also played an emotional game last night, right? And I get that. And they did find something tonight. I admit that. I don't know. I have a right to be slightly concerned about how they started the game. Can I be extremely happy with how they finish it?
Absolutely. I mean, right? But it's our job to be critical of the good, the bad, everything. Yeah. And Dale, I have never been a goalie basher. I actually fought with Guy the first part of the season about Binnington before his slump.
Yeah. No, I thought Binnington had a great game tonight.
Had a great game.
Right? I thought Binnington had a great game. I'll debate all day, but I won't go off somewhere else and talk smack about what we debated. You know, it's like the All Blues everything. Why I got kicked out of that group. Somebody challenged me, right? Called me out. I wrote an article about it. And because I wrote the article, I'm trolling them and I'm the negative person there. You called me out. I'm a writer. What am I supposed to do? Right? No, the guy called me out. He absolutely called me out. And I responded in an article.
I personally thought it was a well-written article.
Yeah. Right? And oh, you're calling our group out too. No, I didn't. I said groups like this group. I said other groups. I'm just, that is what it is, and you promised me one thing. That group had promised me something, and then one of the admins went back on it. And then, at that point, I'm gonna fire off. Right? So that is what it is there. With All Blues everything. But you know what? You got the Hawaii STL Blues Fan Clan. We're a great group. I mean, the discussion we had today with Stephen Glass and Bob Morton was absolutely, it was a perfect discussion, right? We talked about it pregame. Stephen says this stuff with giving up the 2-goal leads, a 3-goal lead, that's on the coach. Bob comes back and says, well, hey, aren't the players responsible too? And it was a good, no one was fighting each other. There was a good discussion, and that's what it should be. Mm-hmm. Right? And I have to admit, I was wrong on this. I love Sonny, but this team has gotten so much better since he was traded. Walker has been so good, and Letty has come in at the right time. I'm really surprised. Well, here's the thing, and this, I shouldn't be as surprised as I am, because we got Letty, but Letty wasn't, and everyone looked at Letty as a defensive guy, and Letty really wasn't a defensive guy. He was an offensive defenseman. Well, I kept saying that's what we needed was offensive help, and we got the offensive help that we weren't looking for. Mm-hmm. Right, and that's what I think has been good. Letty has played very good defensively. He's been offensive. Walker has stepped it up. Torpachenko has stepped it up. Brown has stepped it up. Gave up the 4th round pick for Brown. Okay, that's great. We've got nothing. I'm good with that. Mm-hmm. Right. I think Brown is a definite member of this team next year. Right? He doesn't go down. Brown doesn't go back down. Walker, more than likely, doesn't go back down. There's some decisions to make. Mm-hmm. There's some decisions to make, and it's all going to depend on how far we go in the playoffs. Right?
Absolutely.
And you're going to have to look at how far you go, how far the team that beats you goes, different things. Right now, the thing with this team is, I think that they was a food pickup.
Was a good pickup. He's good at move. Yeah. That was what I was going to say. Letty has improved our zone exits.
Yeah.
Which was something I was worried about.
He has. The zone exits have been better. The mistakes that get made are mistakes that get made in the game. Mm-hmm. It's just right now, the biggest thing is keeping them out of the back of the net. Right? And it happens. Mistakes happen that end up in the back of the net. Like yesterday, I know you were really, or not yesterday, was it yesterday? You were really fired up over Scandella and his stick. Mm-hmm. You know what? That
I just don't like Scandella, though.
I know, but that would have happened to so many different players, right?
Oh, I'm aware, but it was Scandella, so I don't like him, and it's going to stand out.
You just have that. You have your man hating.
I do, and I have that right.
Well, yeah. I actually love the reason that you hate Scandella.
I know you do. Somebody that we know that is female has a huge crush on Scandella and has beat how attractive he is in my face. And I don't think he's attractive, so I don't like him.
Oh, here you go. Here you go, Ashley. This is for you.
No, he is far from the bestie man we have. I hope he sits whenever we get Letty back.
I don't think he sits.
I know he doesn't sit. I hope he does.
Yeah.
I don't want Rosen to go out. He played such a good game. I think that it's time to sit Bortuzzo or Scandella.
The Blues, I think their record is 114 points. I think they're going to get close to that. I think they've got a good chance of getting 110, right? 8 more points, 4 wins out of the final, 7 games, right? I can see 4 wins there. I really do. Is that right? Yeah. 8, yeah. We're at 102. I can see that. Rosen was good tonight. Yes, he was. He and not just on the offense, he was good on the face-off. I guess you got some chocolate on your face.
I'm eating jelly beans. How do I have chocolate?
Yeah. I don't know. It might be just the shadow.
Letty
has also been really good at pinching to keep the puck in the zone. Good point. Dunn used to do that, but the puck would go over his stick into the neutral zone. You have 6 games left. 6 games?
Yep.
Okay. I could see us getting 4 out of 6. What's our schedule? I should know it off the top of my head, but I don't. Let me pull it up here real.
I got it right here if you want it.
Yeah. What's our schedule?
Thank you, Maddie.
I got my dual monitor now, so
yeah.
Well, I've had it, but my computer wasn't working. You have
Boston is the first one.
Yeah, the best team in the league.
Okay, not the best team in the league, my ass. But Boston's the first one.
Yeah, you have the Sharks, Coyotes, the Ducks, Avalanche, and you finish out with the Golden Knights.
I can see 4 wins there, right?
I think you do too.
I see 4 wins there. Actually, I see 5. I see 5 wins, right? With 4.5 wins. I see Boston being a 50-50 game, one that could go either way, right? I can see them beating the Sharks. I can see them beating the Coyotes, though the Coyotes have been a pain in our tuchus, but without Keller's been the pain in the tuchus. Without Keller, they've kind of gone away. I can definitely see them beating the Ducks, and then they're going to beat one of either the Avalanche or the Knights, depending on the situation, right? The Avalanche, if I'm the Avalanche, I am not playing any of my prime guys against the Blues. All right? I'm
really? I don't see the Blues losing to anyone but Boston. I don't. I think the Blues are going to beat everybody else. And even at Boston, I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a fun game. I like Boston games,
I hope they start Binnington.
I do
against
too.
Boston. Right? I think Binnington, you look at the last 2 games, Binnington has definitely played better.
It's his last 3 games. They've been really well.
I think the one team that you may lose to is the Golden Knights, because you guys pretty much have the rest of the season a West Coast trip, and then you come home.
Yeah.
That's where I think you get worn up.
Because we do well at home, and the Knights, we've played them very well.
Yeah, the thing with the Knights is going to be whether or not they're in that they're fighting for that playoff spot or not, and how much we're fighting for second place.
But you got a 4-game West Coast trip, though, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So, I think
homecomings are always really good for us.
Yeah, those West Coast trips have been good for us, right?
Coming back from them? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, coming back from them, we've been good. The last West Coast trip we did, we took 7 of 8 points.
Yeah, so that's the thing with the Bruins, too. They flip-flop. They lose at home all the friggin' time, and then they win away.
Our home records are better than our away record.
Yeah, that's different for us. We win on the road and then we lose on home ice.
That's how we were in the 2019 when we won the cup. We were better road team.
Yeah, we won 10 of the 16 games on the road, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that was a tie.
Did you guys only have one team? Did the Blues just get started in 2019? I feel like there's no other team.
No, we've been around a lot longer than that.
I know the 2019 in Brett Hull.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, don't forget about Adam Oates and Gary Younger, and
we had him too, Adam Oates, and then I loved Brendan Shanahan all my life.
I was trying to remember. There have not been a lot of players that have both played for the Blues in Boston. There really haven't.
Adam
a
Oates
handful.
And, trivia questions for you, Guy.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to look that up, but there really have not been a lot of players that have played for both the Blues and the Bruins. Not many at all. Did Keith Tkachuk play for you guys? I don't think so. No.
He played for Phoenix, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he played in Phoenix, right? I want them to start Binnington against Boston, but what does it do to him if he has a stinker pre-playoffs?
Nothing.
Backus is one of them, right? Craig Janney.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Janney.
Janney
didn't play for you guys, did he?
He did.
He did? Okay. I know he played for Washington. I didn't know he played for you. Dale says, I think the Blues going 3-2-1. I don't, bud. I see a team. So here's the thing. When I'm looking at this schedule, the fact that Minnesota has that game in hand, until that separation is there, it's in Minnesota. Minnesota controls their own destiny.
Yeah.
You don't want to, but you can force that to switch. And you force that to switch by playing the games like you played tonight. You get behind, you go back. You do the things that you need to do to get where you need to go, right? Oh, we traded Oates for Janney. Okay, I didn't remember that. Thank you.
I would have kept Oates.
Yeah, well, you know what? That was that's one of those bucket list guys that I would love to talk to. 4-1-1. Yeah, I'm closer to you there, Jose. Right? I'm 4-1-1 or 5-0-1.
I'm 5-0-1.
Right?
Who was your bucket guy?
Say again?
Who was your bucket list?
Or not Janney, Oates. Because I'd really like to know more about what happened between him and management. Right? I really would. Because there's
a small inside source with him.
You do?
I had a small inside source. I can try to get back and see if we can do something.
Oh, I would love it, man. Janney's wife. Yeah, I heard about that. I was gone when all that stuff happened. So I don't, when everyone talks about the thing between Janney and Shanahan, I had no clue about any of it. Right? Mm-hmm. I don't know the full story. I don't know any of that. Apparently, Brendan Shanahan was having an affair with Craig Janney's wife, and they ended up trading Shanahan. If I remember,
should have traded Janney.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Right. Listen, the Wild play Nashville one more time in our last 7. I will go on record. If we win that game, we're going to take second. If we lose, we'll take third. Yoko Ono. Ian, that's a possibility, bud. It's going to be. I know your schedules might be a tad softer than ours, but not much. But at the same time, I mean, look what you did. Look with the Sharks. Sharks should have been an easy win, and they took you to OT, right? I wish they would have won in OT, because then it would have been back in the Blues' hands. That's all, and that's the thing. The only one loss by our one overtime loss by the Wild, and it's back in the Blues' hands, right? If the Blues win it, win a game, it's right back in their hands. So that overtime loss, if they would have lost that game tonight, this would have been right back in the Blues' hands. So I mean, it's that close, and it's going to depend on not only that. Both these teams are playing well right now.
Absolutely.
Both of these teams are playing well. So, Don Avery, Ace Bailey, Derek Sanderson, Jock Plant at the top of my head, probably more. Ooh, I did not know. That's a good list there.
Derek Sanderson didn't even know where he was when he played for the St. Louis Blues.
We did it. We did the San Jose. The Blues are the second best team in the conference, in my opinion. I think the Blues can beat any team in the conference but the Avs. I'm not sure where. I'm not sure where we're at there, but I just it's going to be matchups, and that first round is going to be huge. That first round is going to tell me so much.
Absolutely,
right? It really is. We have played Nashville about as awful as we can play you guys lately. Every other game looks very winnable. Okay, fair enough. It was a trap game. I could see that. Avs don't worry me. They're good, but they have the biggest question they have. This goes to show what I said when the Blues were struggling. Giving away points is a killer at the end of the year. An OT loss in the middle of the season in this division could be the difference between home ice or not. And that's a great point, right? You play all year and it's going to come down to 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It's going to come down to a point.
If it goes to Washington and Boston, I mean, it could come down that we have to beat Buffalo to get better in the standings. That's how this game works. Looking like a wild card right now. I think we are a wild card with the record.
Yeah, you're a wild card. Mm-hmm. You need to get out of that wild card, otherwise you're not getting past the first round. Minnesota beating the Blues is like Roger Dorn from the Indians. 0 for the century against the Blues. That's a pretty good one. I like that.
They're not the Indians anymore, I thought.
They're not. They're the Guardians. But he's talking about talking about the movie. Major League.
Yeah, with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. Honestly, I agree with Steve. The Avs have earned the reputation, both on the season and against us. They're 1-1 against us. That's it. They're 1-1 against us this season.
Mm-hmm. And even the one we lost was close.
Yeah, it was like a 1-goal game. They won it in the last freaking seconds of the game.
Yes, in the last second of the game, it was a 1-goal game.
Yeah.
Right? We beat them handily in the game that we beat them. So
yeah, right. Sanderson has respectable numbers with the Blues.
He had 24 goals that year. Okay, yeah. I forgot about that.
Both teams, Dallas and Nashville, have beat the Avs twice. So it can go either way. I think either wild card team could possibly beat the Avs. I think the Preds have a better shot. So I didn't want the Preds to win today, obviously, but I would like the Preds to, get secured in that spot.
Shin killed Kadri in those games. I remember that. No,
you're
right. I do
think him too.
The Central Division from top to middle is a very, very tough division. And then even if you look at the Central Division, and if you're a team in the playoffs, which one of these teams would you want to play? Avalanche, St. Louis, Minnesota, Dallas, Nashville, and then even a team that's not in the playoffs, Winnipeg. I don't think you want to play any of those teams.
I want to play Minnesota.
Well, I mean, we want to play, but I'm talking about the rest of the league, right?
Well, Minnesota would have to make the Stanley Cup for us to see that.
Yeah. Thank you for the interviews. Oh, I love the interview. Gary is a friend of mine, right? Gary will come on. All I got to do is ask, and Gary will come on the show. He'll take your questions. He'll do interviews. He'll all I got to do is ask.
He'll give me trouble for not talking.
Yep. Yeah. All I got to do is ask Gary, and he will absolutely jump on. Great guy. Really good guy.
Kadri in the mix.
Think Kadri will do something.
Like Marchand. Give the next
I absolutely do. Right? I absolutely do.
I honestly just like Kadri more than I do Marchand. So
So I'll put it to my perspective of that. Kadri goes to physically hurt you, like cross-check you into the boards, and you may severely hurt yourself. Where Marshawn does really stupid things,
like licks your face.
Or
it's more of an embarrassment tactic. He gets in your head.
But he goes after people's knees too. He knees and slew foots.
You're right, because
knees and slew foots are attempts to injure. Right.
Well, and I know we know from Cam Neely and Ulf Samuelsson took him out at the knee. Same judgment. Yeah, but Kadri, I don't have respect for, just his game.
Yeah.
And Robert, where you like me, Robert, but you don't. You're a good guy. I like you.
Robert will honestly tell us when he doesn't agree with us, and most of the time he doesn't agree with Guy.
Oh yeah, most of the time, he gets on me, and then after he goes off on me on the show, he sends me a message to let me know that we're still friends, and then goes off on me on the message.
So I'm the rookie now. You're the veteran.
Yes, you
now.
are.
He's going after the rookie.
Yep. TNT Network said Vegas could beat the Avs because their team is healthy now. No, I don't even see it. Right? They're well. Here's the thing with them is if they can get into the playoffs, that salary cap doesn't matter. They can bring all that stuff back, right? But they've got so many guys on LTIR right now. It's incredible. I mean, that's going to be hard for them to make the playoffs.
Right, Jason, that's true.
Bought into the pest role. He is literally one of the most skilled players in the game, yet he overshadows that with bonehead stuff. And I absolutely agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I've said
I absolutely agree with that. And he gets it to him. Slide text coming, Maddie. Slide text coming.
you come friend me or do whatever you want.
Yeah,
we're friends in a message.
I got to admit this. I've got good fans. I've got good people that watch this show. And the first time that I've had when I've had people on this show, I've told them, look, my guys are going to ask you questions. Be ready for it. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, no, they won't. And all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. You guys, and you ask intelligent questions. I think you did it with Maddie too. Started asking questions about Boston and things like that. That's what I enjoy about the guys that watch this show. That's why, how I used to get really, really concerned about my numbers?
Yeah, you did.
Right. And if you notice lately, I haven't talked about the numbers that much at all. Because I've realized that what I have is a core that is all I need. Right. Mm-hmm. These 20 guys, look, I want to do it professionally. Yes, I do. Would I love to have 10,000 people watching this show and getting to me to a point where I could be, doing this professionally? Absolutely. But do I care right now? No, I don't. Because what guys I got out there, Jose, Robert, Jason, Golf King, Alaska Kyle, Tammy, and so many more. Huh?
Tammy loves me. She loves
Tanner.
the beard.
Oh no, Tanner loves your beard too.
Yeah, Tanner. All of them. I appreciate what they bring to the show, right? I may say something they don't like. They tell me about it. That's fine. I do my best to make the show well-rounded for everybody. I'm going to piss you off. I'm going to piss you off. I'm going to make you mad. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But it's still what the show is. We're about hockey. Mm-hmm. We're not just about Blues hockey. We're about hockey. We're about a game. We're about a game that takes us to a different level, intellectually, personally, and emotionally. And that's what it is for me, right? That's exactly what it is for me. Right? Oh my goodness, you're getting some love there, Maddie.
Absolutely.
I gotta stop going to the barbershop. Damn.
I'll tell you what. I got to talk a little bit non-hockey real quick. I did something yesterday that I've been wanting to do.
Finally?
I did something yesterday I've been wanting to do, but been afraid of doing it. So you guys all know that I have hearing problems, right? Mm-hmm. And I love movies, but now when you go to a lot of movies, I have a lot of trouble with dialogue. Yeah. So I went to the theater last night and watched Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, and got the glasses.
With the subtitles.
That show the captions on it. Oh, man, it made my experience so much better. so much better, right? I mean, there were times where the captain would go out to lift him up, put him down, but for the most part, even with reading it, now I could hear it better because I knew what they were saying. The words didn't get
jumbled,
clumped together, or me think they said something when they said something else, thinking they said raining instead of training or something like that. So it really did a lot. Movie was good. I know the critics don't like it, but I liked the movie a lot better. It had a lot more plot than magic, and I think I liked that more. Right? I think that made it a little bit better, and it had some pretty funny scenes in it. So it was if you're a Harry Potter fan, it is definitely a movie to go see in my eyes.
How did replacing Johnny Depp go?
Actually, it went really, really, really good. Okay. I think the guy that played the Johnny Depp role in this, in what this was much, much better.
Okay.
Right?
I'll have to give it a chance.
There was a part of this that had Jet played it. I don't think it would have come off as authentic.
Okay.
Right? And I don't kind of want to give it away, but there was just part of it that I don't think would have come off as authentic. And then like they changed the hair, in the earlier he had the white hair, right? And they kind of changed that away to more toned him down a little bit. But to me, it worked so much better.
Okay.
Right. So really, I think it worked a lot better. Jason says I follow 30 NHL teams all year. I skipped Toronto and the non-NHL worthy Coyotes. I love the 2,000 seat arena, by the way. It's 5,000. Those 50-50 raffles are going to make someone very happy when they win $75. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh my God, Marshawn. I never got these movie. Oh my goodness. And then Mariner says he needs to see Hedgehog too. Sonic. Oh my goodness.
And here I am excited about the final Halloween movie coming out in October.
Oh, I can't do slasher movies.
Oh man, I love them.
Me neither.
I can't do slasher movies. I cannot do them.
I watched Slapshot last night, guy. The old classic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I've had the goalie from Slapshot on.
Denis Lemire.
Yeah.
Oh, right? That's his name in the movie, but
yeah, in his movie, he's and his name slips me right now. But yeah, I've had him on. It'll come to me. He's a great guy. Oh, he was so much fun. Fun.
The best thing I saw was, and I'd never seen it before I watched it, was the goalie stick saying Louisville Slugger on it. I was like, this is so cool.
You've got to watch the interview I did with him, right?
Johan Barrett, was it?
Yeah, Yvonne Barrett. You have to watch the interview I did because he talks about that scene. There's something about that scene that most people don't know about.
See? Me. Smart hockey guy.
You got to watch that scene. You got to watch that. You can either see it on YouTube, search Yvonne Barrett. It's YVON BARRET, I think. Or you can go to the Blue Note Fan Report. I think I had it pinned. It might still be pinned on the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook. And watch it, and you'll love it. Say again?
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth it. We talked a lot about that. And you know what? For me, the last horror movie that I saw, and I have a story behind it, was the original Child's Play. Right? It was the last movie I saw, the horror movie. I have just never been, like, I wasn't a guy that could watch Halloween. I wasn't a guy, I watched Halloween for the boobs. That's why I watched Halloween, when I was a kid. So I'll be honest there. Right? That's the only reason I watched Halloween. Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh my goodness. The scene where the blood comes up, crashing out of the bed.
When Johnny Depp is killed. Yeah. That was good. I was actually traumatized by Nightmare on Elm Street. Like my aunt physically tied me to a chair and made me watch it. So as an adult, I had to get over that fear. And then I watched all the others. So that's that's why I like them, because I got over the fear.
I just don't get it. I don't. They don't
I'm not
appease
into
me.
them either.
Yeah, they don't
I mean,
appease
to
me.
each their
I don't.
own.
Yeah.
I
don't
love
see the reason.
watching Michael slash up some people. So
Yeah, and then I heard The Ring. Like my daughters watched The Ring, and they just.
ooh, that one
heard,
that one wasn't really horror. It was more of a creepy. Like it wasn't like gory, so it wouldn't have bothered you, but it was more of a psychological horror.
suspense. Yeah, it would have been enough to get me not to want to do it, man.
You can't even do Stephen King movies.
I've seen some of the Stephen King movies, right? I mean,
those are my favorite
movies that you wouldn't know were Stephen King movies, right? The Running Man was a Stephen King movie.
Right? And so was The Green Mile and oh gosh, the Stand By Me. That one's a really good one.
Yep. I saw him he was two rows in front of me at a Red Sox game. He's a season ticket holder.
Oh yeah,
that would be so cool.
It's not cool because he's just like, he'll just be like that the whole game. Like he's just his author like.
Oh, Golf King says he's scared of the talk, and I'm thinking, oh, he's scared of our talk, and then he goes to the dark.
Oh goodness!
Right. Let's see. The only and Jason goes, the only movies that are scary are the actual possibilities, like Signs, War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds was okay. I didn't mind that. Slasher movies never scare me at all. No, I liked War of the Worlds. So here's my Navy story that goes with Child's Play. Okay. Right? So you remember the old down jackets, the big old down jackets we used to have in St. Louis, right? Had the, and I'll have to stand up for this, had like pockets here, had pockets here, had pockets up here, had pockets inside the jacket.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I had one of those jackets. Me and 3 or 4 guys, I drove a 1979 Camaro back then. So a lot of guys would, I was one of the few guys that had a car. Some guys would say, hey man, would you take us? We'll go to a movie, man. Can we go to a movie? We'll pay for your movie or whatever. So in Virginia, we go to a ABC store, and these guys go and buy a whole bunch of Mickey Big Mouse, right? I don't know if you've ever had it. It's a malt liquor, right? No. They stuff my jackets with this Mickey Big Mouth, right? Like Colt 45. It's like Colt 45, right? I think in St. Louis, you'll kind of know what that is, right? It's like Colt 45. Mickey's Big Mouth, you'll find it more in the East Coast, right? So we have 12 of these in my jacket. So I'm walking in the theater, clink, 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 clink. We're sitting at the theater and we're just drinking these things, watching this movie. And I'm not a horror fan. I'm drinking, and all of a sudden, man, something happens. He comes like flying out with a knife or something, and I scream like a little girl and kick like 3 of these Mickey Big Mouse, and they go, you can hear it roll, kink, kink, kink. Oh my goodness! And we're all like,
"Hey, Guy, are you ready to feel old?"
Yes.
For you to have seen that movie in theaters, it came out in 1988, and I was probably 2.
Yes, it did come out in 1988.
I was born in 1988.
I'm only a couple years older than you. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was in Norfolk, Virginia. I was on the USS Yorktown. I don't think I had done my first deployment. No, because I did my first deployment in 89, 90. So I'd been underway, but I hadn't been on a big deployment yet. So Jason says he was 8. And Langford says he was 12. I was 88. I would have been 19 or I would have been 19.
It was released November 9th, so I was actually 3.
November 9th, so I would have been almost 20. I would have been 19.
What day?
That came out November
9th, 1988.
So 10 days later.
So I was born in December, so I wasn't even 20 yet, but I was, oh man, was I drunk. Woo, yeah. 4 here.
Hey, I gotta hop off. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, no problem. We're gonna be cutting it short here right at the hour mark. We're talking movies anyways.
All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Guys, great game tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night on the Blue Note Fan Report, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. 9 p.m. your time, Maddie. You know, if you're around, let me know, and we'll get you on. We'll see what's going on in the NHL and what happens. The game against Boston coming up, going to be a big one. Blues will be going for 10 straight wins, one short of the franchise record. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm interested to see how they respond after a big win like this. Right? You score this many goals, you know, you can have a letdown. So let's see what happens. You know, we thought tonight was going to be a letdown, and it wasn't. When's Boston play? Did they play? They play again? They play today or tomorrow?
Oh, not until your Blues come to town.
So
we go to you.
You come here. So they get a couple of days off. So they might even already be in St. Louis. No, they'll fly in tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they'll fly in tomorrow. So, okay, guys, this is Guy the Y Blues fan for Maddie from Maddie C Sports for you and me. Check him out on YouTube. Follow him. Give him a follow. Watch his show. It's a great show. I've been on it once. Maddie's been on my show a lot, so I love it for him. And Ashley Slapshot Jones saying aloha, mahalo, and we'll see you all on the next Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha!